How are you? It's Jer. We're back. We're live. Also with me is Mr. Norris Howard. How are you?
I just realized my headphones weren't plugged in.
You got to be plugged into what's happening.
I wasn't locked in. I wasn't locked in at all. And now I'm ready.
We snuck up on you, just like this live stream, a little earlier than usual, but we got a few things we got to do tonight.
Yeah, folks is busy. People is busy. So, you know, we just trying to make it happen.
I will be out by 8 Mile with Outlier Media. I will be facilitating a big thing on the city budget.
Yeah, and listen, it should be, you know, really cool, really exciting stuff. Just doing our journalistic duty to try our best to bring more transparency to the city. And, you know, this is a cool thing you're doing in conjunction with our good friends over at Outlier. So, yeah, it should be fun times. And Jared will be coming back with even more information.
You know, it's always good to talk to community members, right? Because, like, online can be such a fun house mirror, especially in Detroit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so it'll be good. We'll be. I'm specifically assigned to transit, which, surprise, surprise.
I mean, you are like borderline like a transit czar. You're like the transit czar of Metro Detroit.
If only I was.
That would be cool. If you were the transit czar of Metro Detroit, we would definitely have commuter rail between here, the airport, and Ann Arbor, and maybe the Q line would be better.
I would be personally installing rails.
Personally.
Out there
like John Henry, just hammering nails into the ground.
We're going to have producer Adam cyber enhanced pheasants.
Yes.
To wear suits.
Yes.
Where they still maintain their autonomy and they can take the suit off. But the pheasants can then build the railway.
No, we can't put animal labor.
They're going to get paid.
No, but they don't have bank accounts, Jared. All right? We can't pay them in feed. Okay?
You're onto my dastardly plan.
Yes, I know. That's why you must be stopped. That's what I'm here for, as the counterbalance.
Josh is in the chat. Hi, guys. Hi, Josh. How you doing?
What's popping off, young Josh?
It's good to see you.
Hope everybody's doing well and enjoying what was a nice day until it started raining. I hope they don't call the Tigers game off.
It's going to be so humid.
Yeah, it's going to be muggy and crappy.
Are you going tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's nice. If it's still raining, I'm staying in the crib.
Who are we supposed to be playing?
The Twins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we play the Twins. You know, good old interdivisional game.
Have we figured out how to win anything yet?
We had a good series against the Mariners. So I think if we could kind of put this together, especially with Skubal back, hopefully we could kind of get a good momentum going into the All-Star break and maybe make a late run in for a wild card spot.
Do you think we get rid of Scooble?
No, not at this point.
But closer to the trade deadline, depending where we're sitting?
Yeah, depending on where we sitting. I think if we see that the season is a wash, yeah, go get something for him. Get some right-handed bats. Maybe get some help in the outfield. Other than that, if we see that we're kind of putting some wins together and maybe, because like I said, could get a run into this wild card, because I think right now we're like 9 games back or something like that, or 7 games back. Don't quote me on that. What is it? AL Central. Let's see.
Did you see Dylan Larkin?
No, I didn't.
That he wants to go?
Yeah,
Captain of the Red Wings?
Yeah.
To the Knights, the Wild, or one other team?
Do something for him. I am the type of person that if a player verbally tells you they want to leave, goodbye. I don't want nobody here that don't want to be here. Period.
I hear you.
Flat out. If you don't want to be here, go. Goodbye.
I think that's good management in general.
Yeah.
Like if people really want to go, not like hey, I want to stay here, but there's this.
Nope.
No, but it's more of like, hey, I want to go. Let them go.
Yeah. But even if you even
Even
show
though
me,
it doesn't.
but even if you even show me an inkling, even if it's just a little bit, I'm thinking about going, man. No, goodbye.
Thing is, though, is that it's not like the Red Wings have had a lot of. We do have to make some changes, and maybe he can be one of them.
Yeah, he probably needs to be one of them, just like unfortunately Steve Yzerman may have to be as well.
Are you done with the Yzer plan?
I'm not a big fan of it. I was kind of I understood why you go for him. I understood what he did in Tampa Bay, but this ain't Tampa Bay.
This for sure is not. This is not Tampa Bay.
It's not Tampa Bay. Like I'm just being honest with you. Like he was afforded more time than the average person would have gotten just because he is who he is.
By the way, Jeffrey Nardekia found us on Patreon. Didn't realize we had to do Daily Detroit as one word in the app. Yes, you do. But also, thank you for becoming a member.
Yeah, we love that.
That is awesome, Jeffrey.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. And thank you so much for becoming a patron. And we will see you on the Discord.
Yes.
Yeah, he has he'll waive his no trade clause. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Listen, when it comes to the Red Wings, I am the type of person that grew up in the heyday of that team. I'm spoiled. If this team is not consistently making the playoffs, I don't want to hear from them. I don't want to hear nothing from the Red Wings front office. I don't want to hear nothing besides winning.
Well, that's where I'm kind of annoyed at both the Tigers and the Red Wings, which is the same person.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing but winning. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like with the Tigers, I get because I've seen them kind of get close and I've seen them, do what they were supposed to do over the past, 15, 20 years. Whether it's like the Red Wings really since what, 2007, have just kind of just been in no man's land. It's depressing.
Stina's here.
What's up, Stina?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you. But, I just also want to give a quick shout out to everybody over the past week or so that I've been seeing out in the streets. I went to Pride in Ferndale, then I went to Murder City Pride, then I went to a few other happenings around town, and a bunch of folks have been saying what's up, saying they're listeners of the show, stopping me in the streets, saying what up, though. And I really appreciate that. It really feels good to know that we getting a lot of love from folks in the streets and that you guys are enjoying the show. So please tell your friends about us. Share the show out. Like Jeffrey here, if you haven't already, please join our Patreon. That's dailydetroit.com/ or patreon.com/Daily Detroit, all
yes.
one word.
Yes.
And yeah, just get involved because let me tell y'all, we got some exciting stuff coming on the horizon. We literally just had a meeting about it before we went on the air today. And there's going to be some things for you guys happening very, very soon. So stay tuned.
Very, very fun stuff. Josh says, Yanuski says, that's why I can believe Larkin is going to try to get Mrs. I to fire Yzerman to keep him. I'm not sure that's what he's trying to do. Just one way I see the tactic being justified.
It's a terrible tactic. Because
there's a lot of egos at play.
First of all, the choice is not keep Larkin, get rid of Yzerman, or get rid of Yzerman, keep vice versa. That's not the issue. It is highly possible they get rid of both of them, and then no one wins. So what's the point? That's what I would do. And again, I have loved Steve Yzerman my whole life. He is
I interviewed
one of the top sports people in my life. I will always love Steve Yzerman.
He was very kind to me in 1996 or 97 when I was a high schooler. I interviewed him on local access television.
Oh, yeah?
Very kind, very quiet guy, actually.
Yeah.
I think still is. Like, he's not the Mr. out there all the
No,
time.
he's always been a reserved, quiet leadership kind of guy. But at the end of the day, Detroit will always love him. But personally, it's time to make a change. It's okay for the organization to say, all right, Steve, we love you. You know we love you.
Maybe give him another job.
It's not working. You know?
Yeah.
No.
Well, didn't they do that to Dumars? Didn't they do that to Dumars?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Joe had been to the mountaintop, and then that crop of players faded away. You know what I'm saying? So Joe got us to the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just fade away, and it's time
Or
to
maybe
make
it's
a change.
time to make a change because
Yeah.
Joe's getting up there.
Yeah, it was just time to make a change. And I don't think it was any hard feelings at the Pistons organization when it happened. It was just that it was time to make a change, and that's okay.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, especially in sports, man. Like, we not talking about running the local Dairy Queen here. Like, it's sometimes...
The drama of the Dairy Queen.
Yeah, like sometimes, after you go through X generation of players, new sensibilities come with them, right? So, I mean, think about it. Like, let's look in the case of basketball. Like, the next group of kids getting drafted into the league are kids who are already used to making millions of dollars through NIL. So your GM is going to have to be well-versed in dealing with that type of player, right? That was a new thing. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of turnover.
Jeffrey says, Wings fans still defending the current regime makes me sick. No way a historic team like the Red Wings should miss the playoffs this long. This is where I feel like an old man.
It's true,
Because
though. He's right there.
I feel real strongly about this.
Yeah.
I've seen the mountaintop, as you said.
Yeah.
I've been to the parades.
Many times.
We should be the Yankees of hockey.
Statistically, we are.
We need to get back to that.
I agree.
The Yankees always had, sometimes the Yankees would have off years. That's okay.
The longest drought the Yankees will go through without being good might be 3 or 4 seasons.
And that's okay. That
Yeah,
happens.
That happens.
But this is what I would like to see is ownership that's committed to winning. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, that's what I worry about across the board with the Tigers and the Red Wings.
Lions, too.
Ooh, really?
Absolutely.
Because some changes need to happen over there, too.
Absolutely. And I can't necessarily put that all on Brad because what Brad has already done is put together a crop of players that has gotten you farther than you've ever been.
Right.
But also, at some point, sometimes you do have to have a certain, like when we're talking about sports is a ruthless business. Ruthless. And the best teams are ruthless. Like, think about how ruthless of a move it was for the LA Rams to get rid of Jared Goff and get Matt Stafford, a guy who was not at the top of the stock list when it came to QBs, right?
It was the right move.
It was the right move for them because they done went and won a Super Bowl. Why? Because it was a certain level of ruthlessness that they looked at Jared Goff and they said, we can't win a Super Bowl with this guy. And they went and won the Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. And guess what? That still holds true. That ain't nobody won a Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Do you stay with Jared?
I don't think so.
Really?
I know
Okay.
I know people love him, and I have no, this is not a hatred thing. I just don't think having a static pocket rhythm passer in this NFL gets you to a Super Bowl.
Well, if you do have that, then you've got to be committed to protecting him.
And you got to spend a copious amount of money on your offensive line.
Which we are not doing.
We have not done. Yeah, exactly.
So that will be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we should do the show.
Let's do it.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in. If this is your first time here, we are recording the show for tomorrow. So if you hear a different date, don't freak out. We know that it's Tuesday when we're recording this, but
That's right.
it's going to be for Wednesday. We probably won't be able to interact with the chat much while we're recording the show because it's for audio only. But we will make sure to circle back And producer Adam is in the chat too, in case there's anything that he needs to flag us down. If something absolutely insane happens in between, he will let us know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we are connected only to the world through you. Welcome to the Matrix. Welcome to the Fez Matrix.
Yeah.
We got the sweetest comment, by the way. Did I tell you about that review we got about Fez heads?
Yes.
That was adorable.
Yeah, it was a great comment, and thank you so much. And once again, thank y'all for supporting us. And we are trying to pay it back. So you guys will see some new stuff coming from us, a few new things coming from us. So get ready.
Very much so. All right, you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, friends, and welcome to your daily Detroit, sharing what to know and where to go in Southeast Michigan. I am Jer Stays, coming to you from our studio at Tech Town in the Paris of the Midwest. That is Detroit, Michigan. Joining me across the table is local Detroit royalty himself, Mr. Norris Howard, the Prince of Brightmoor. How are you, man?
The West Side has returned, and you already know we are super excited. But finally, it is full-blown summertime. Full-blown summertime.
It feels like summer. The rain, it's that warm rain.
It's the hot rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hot rain, the acid rain.
It's not acid.
I know it's not acid rain.
Things are a little bit better. I mean, look,
Yeah.
we still have a climate emergency, but
Yeah.
things are a bit better.
No, things are a bit better. It was nice. We had a beautiful weekend, but now we are back, and I'm excited to do what you do during the summer, which is go to Belle Isle a ton of times and watch a ton of Tigers games, and just enjoy this beautiful city known as the Paris of the Midwest.
You know what I can't wait for?
Yeah.
The giant slide.
Oh my God, it's gonna be fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. And you know who we're going to throw out there is volunteer contributor to the show. Very important. Edits the show. You don't see him often, but Big Lucci.
We got to put Big Lucci.
He
on the
wants to
giant
go
slide.
down the slide.
He's never been on the giant slide.
This man is in his late 20s,
Never been on the giant slide.
and we are going to videotape this. He's very excited about this.
And we should. And hopefully it's not over greased. Like how it's been some years. But every year, you know what I'm saying? The giant slide claims the elbow skin and tailbones of an unsuspecting new Detroiter. So
There's got to be like a list of things that make you an actual Detroiter, even if you've moved here. I think one of them needs to be taking the giant slide. Another one needs to be complaining to a city council member about something. It doesn't matter what it is.
but not at a city council meeting either, like in the streets.
Oh yeah,
Never at a meeting.
you got to run into them at like the market.
Yeah, you got to run into them. But yeah, listen, I've seen a very interesting video on Subway Takes with J-Lo, and she was like, the only way you could be a New Yorker is if you were born in New York. And I don't feel all the way that way about Detroiters, but I'm almost there.
I mean, Hutzel Hospital.
Yeah, hey, listen, Side Not Grace for me.
That's right.
West Side, all the way to the death of me.
Well, that's the whole thing. Are you involved? Are you going to do stuff here?
That's a big thing too. For Detroit, a big thing is, do you involve yourself in the community? Do you, make yourself available to the natives around you? Do you first of all even consort with the natives, or do you just talk to other transplants?
That's big words there, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about Belle Isle. There's a bridge you will be able to use, it looks like, coming June 15th.
Oh man, get ready.
The Gordie Howe may actually open.
Actually,
Now, there's going to be a ceremony on Friday, but on Monday, June 15th, they say traffic will open on the Gordie Howe between Detroit and Windsor. This is a 1.5 mile long bridge. We've had episodes on it. We had a great nerdy talk. You can go back in the feed with an engineer involved in the project. Really cool stuff. I'm just glad we're finally, hopefully, cross our fingers as we're recording this doesn't get pushed back. This is just so important for this to actually happen.
yeah, I think it's important for it to happen. I mean, listen, hopefully, the president doesn't come in and fall asleep in the middle of the bridge so nobody can cross it. But listen, it's a big thing. People wanted it to happen. It's going to be a thing that finally is owned by the people, and the Maroons tried everything in their power to stop this bridge from being built, but it's been built and it's going to be used. And ultimately, it is another thoroughfare into our fantastic friends across the river in good old Canada.
You know what's wild about this? The wild work is that they probably made more money. I didn't do the numbers on this, but the people who own the Ambassador probably made more money than they gave to the administration in the delay time of the bridge. They
I
probably
wouldn't
made
be
a
shocked.
profit on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case at all. Not at all. But listen, ultimately, this bridge needs to open. Listen, we've gotten word from all of the industry leaders in the region. The tunnel is not usable for industrial needs because it's too small. The Ambassador Bridge is teeny tiny as far as how many things can go over it in any given time.
And a big deal is that the Gordie Howe has direct connections to the freeways.
Yep.
So that traffic isn't going through neighborhoods on either side. And that is crucial. To our friends in Southwest Detroit, this has got to be a huge relief.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think ultimately, at the end of the day, any way that we could continue to foster and build more and more trade between ourselves and our neighbors to the south is a good thing. This is what the Gordie Howe Bridge does. And let us hope that there's no more delays on this because it's already been delayed for way too long. And there's a pedestrian path as well.
Yes, with bikes.
Yeah.
Multimodal.
I can't wait to walk to Canada. I'd have never thought to be able to say that in my life.
You know what? If you do that, can you live stream that? That
Absolutely.
would be amazing.
It's gonna be like walking from Selma to Montgomery. It's gonna be like walking across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, but hopefully less violent.
Well, I do need to share that Detroit's only PGA Tour stop is out of time. Rocket Company says the Rocket Classic at the Detroit Golf Club will end after the 2026 tournament. The event debuted in 2019 and has raised more than $10 million for local organizations while putting a national spotlight on Detroit and funding digital inclusion efforts. Rocket says its 8-year run as Detroit's title sponsor accomplished its mission in that even as the tournament exits the schedule, the company's broader commitment to the city remains. This one's always been a tough one. I know there's been a lot of people with a lot of pride. I remember when it came here, I stayed in the University District when this thing arrived, how much it really changed that area around the golf club. I know that not everybody's into golf, but golf is a huge driver, and it's a big deal. I didn't even mean to do that. That's amazing. Anyway, between this and then losing the Live tournament at St. John's, these are two major hits. Golfing's a really big deal to tourism, and it's a really big deal to Michigan. It is a big deal here. This tour was always weird because it was kind of like sandwiched between two. The purse, the award money was never as high.
Nope.
I'm sad to see things like this go away.
I'm sad to see it go away too, but it also feels like a thing that because of the purse and because of sort of how everything was set up, it just kind of felt like it was doomed to kind of end up fading away. It's not like this was the TPC Sawgrass. It's not like this was the Masters or anything like that. You know, it was a middling stop on the tournament. And I hate to say it that way, but that's what it was, and that's how it was positioned as well. And, you know, I'm sad to see it go because I know there's a lot of people who love golf, and I know that it was a big event. I knew plenty of people who went and enjoyed themselves. But, you know, it sucks. There's kind of no real way to say it any other way. It's just one less thing to be able to do in the city of Detroit, and it's disappointing.
Well, I do like the national eyes on the city, too. I mean, the Detroit Golf Club is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been out there.
Oh, yeah, I've been out there a couple times, and, you know, here's the thing with me. If I don't get invited by somebody who is in one of them pavilions, nah, I can't go. It's too hot. It'd be too humid. I'd be burning, walking around all them holes.
Well, but the outfits. You can do the outfits.
No, I love the fits, but it's just, you know, I if I'm golfing, you have a cart. And you don't have a cart when you there spectating. So, you know, it's a lot. But ultimately, it sucks. It was a cool thing, and it's just one less cool thing for people to enjoy. Bummer.
Well, Old Cooley High School on Hubble on the west side is coming down, and I wanted to mention this story because many of our listeners are feeling very strongly about it, including saying that it's a lack of vision by Detroit, among many other things, to save it. This is coming up again as there's photos out from historicdetroit.org of crews working to save the ornamentation from the building from 1928. District officials say that they will be incorporated into the new athletic complex that's being built as a nod to Cooley's legacy. there's been a lot of back and forth with this one. Apparently, the district's changed plans. They're going to lean in on a state-funded athletic complex. It closed at the end of the 09-10 school year. And, you know, if you've ever been by it, it's really what many people would consider one of Detroit's palace schools. Just absolutely beautiful in
Huge.
ornamentation. The other side about this, as I've gotten more and more into learning about development coverage, I do understand the frustration. But the more and more I've learned about this stuff, the more and more I've learned how hard it actually is to convert schools to residential.
I don't feel bad about this at all. I don't feel bad about it at all. Like here's what I'm trying to express to a lot of people. Like, don't get me wrong, we do have these palatial, you know, new Gothic architecture schools. I remember Old Cass was like that, Cooley's like that, Persians like that. A ton of schools around the city that were like that were just these huge, incredibly beautiful schools. But Cooley has been closed for 15 years. What do you want? Like, at that point, what do you want the land to be used for? Because, listen, every place is not going to be a Durfee. Durfee was a consortium of many different programs and nonprofits and people coming together to save a building to provide services for that neighborhood. That is not possible in every abandoned school in the city of Detroit. So you have to be able to use that land for something. They said they're developing this multi-use athletic field or athletic complex. At that point, to me, what that says is, okay, this is going to be used for something. I would rather it be used for something than to just see an abandoned, maybe slightly pretty school sit in the middle of my neighborhood all day.
Well, I would argue it's more than slightly pretty, but this ties to something that I popped off on social media about, because I'm getting frustrated, Norris.
Okay, hit me with it.
Everyone tells me about everything that we need to save. Well, then also people tell me, especially on social media, I'm very tired of being told that the city is full. So I went out and I posted some photos. I went on my dog walk.
Yeah, your usual dog walk.
And I showed people
This is what I live around.
that this is not full
No.
to any extent.
I've said it many times on this show. There is not one neighborhood in the city of Detroit at capacity. Not one.
And I am frustrated because you can't both be against new people and new development and wanting they're incompatible.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating because we're starting to get into this narrative that reminds me a lot of rural Michigan. Where in rural Michigan, a listener sent me this great video from someone. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. It's spicy, but the idea being is that a lot of times economic development stalls because people don't actually want it. They say they want their communities fixed, but they get into this idea of, well, maybe we want just enough to keep things slow, to keep things just enough survive so I don't have to deal with any changes. And that's not sustainable. And I thought about the Growing Michigan Together thing that didn't work. I think about all that different stuff. And I think about what the mayor said about we need to get residences and incomes up to get more retail. And I'm walking around my block going, I am tired of the internet telling me absolute BS about my community.
Well, here's the big thing about it. Number one is that on one hand, I understand because I understand the economic and racial animus that a lot of that is veiled behind, right? Like the Detroit's full. A lot of that is veiled behind fears around gentrification, fears around changing demographics within the city. It's a lot of fear based in that. Here's what I will say to my fellow Detroiters and to my cousins, right? Every other real city, million plus people has a lot of everybody. There's a lot of black folks, there's a lot of white folks, there's a lot of Asian folks, there's a lot of everybody, right? Detroit has room for a lot of everybody. Right now, we got a lot of black folks. There's room for a lot of everybody, right? And on top of that, that means that there are going to have to be businesses that cater to that everybody, whether that be businesses that cater to black folks, whether that be businesses that cater to certain religious communities, whatever. We should have all of it. There is no either or. Detroit has to have all of it. There is no, we need to have this or this. We got to start saying yes to damn near everything in this city besides data centers. But but we do. We have to start saying yes to a lot of things. And what I mean by that is we have to start saying yes to mixed use apartment complexes. We have to start getting used to duplexes and triplexes being put next to single family homes. We have to get used to creative uses of land and space. I come from Brightmoor. People thought it was weird that people were setting up farms and apiaries, which is the real word for where a beekeeper works, setting up farms and apiaries and other creative uses of land and letting goats out free range on the land so they can eat up the grass and then provide fertilizer in a natural way so those lots can not be weeded but can actually be grass and land that can be used for crops. Like, this is the stuff that I'm talking about, but we got to have all of it. So what you're talking about is based on a lot of fear, but I think what people need to realize is that with more people comes more opportunity, and we have to get out of this adversarial relationship with our neighbors, and our neighbors have to get out of an adversarial relationship with the people who are already here. That's a big thing too.
There's some facts there.
Yeah.
I mean, you move to a city. One of the things that's kind of difficult is that we have so little experience being a real city in Southeast Michigan.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
I mean,
Culturally, we don't really know what that's like.
no, we don't live in mega cities here. Like, and here's the thing, right? Like, there was a Reddit thread I saw the other day, which basically follows up a couple that I've seen. But ultimately, it was like, we should have noise ordinances downtown and on Belle Isle and da-da-da-da-da. And it was like, that is one of those moments where I'm like, oh, you shouldn't live in a city. You shouldn't live in a big city. The fact that you think law enforcement needs to get involved because somebody was playing they T Grizzly too loud, okay, grow up. You live in a big city, right? That's an unnecessary point of friction for you. You are making that point of friction yourself because this is a city, and I got to be for real with you. You live in a city with a lot of black folks, a lot of Latino folks, a lot of brown folks. Guess what? We going to play our music loud, especially in public places, because guess what? That's what public places are for. So, you know, there are these friction points, and I think what you're talking about is a thing that we have to fight through. And there's a way for us to be able to increase development equitably and increase development in a way that maintains the character of the neighborhoods. But there are certain neighborhoods that just need so much more investment, they're going to have new character, period. I mean, look at Midtown. Midtown was not that way 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? It was not. Midtown was not a super duper college kid area, bro. It was crack corridor. And now, through the efforts of many different people, it's a vibrant, artsy-fartsy kind of college-y area. And that's what it should be.
Well, I'd love your feedback. dailydetroit@gmail.com or 313-789-3211. 313-789-3211. Looking for time. Do we want to do trash or the riverfront?
I got more pins on riverfront than trash.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Well, Detroit's riverfront looks better than it has in generations, but officials say some of the most dangerous pollution is still out of sight on the river bottom, and they want to address it. The EPA and Michigan's Eagle just announced a $10 million partnership to design major dredging projects along the Harbortown shoreline and elsewhere in the Detroit River area of concern. That's about 700 square miles of water with legacy contamination. If people don't know, because maybe they're new here or they're just fresh,
Yeah.
the Detroit riverfront for miles and miles and miles was industrial.
Yes.
It was tore up from the floor up.
Which is why you do not see many local people or people who grew up here or live here swimming in it.
It's that whole,
It's a whole thing. Like, we have a deep phobia of ever touching that water.
even if the testing is one way.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Didn't a mayoral candidate swim in the river one time, like 10 years ago? Somebody swam in the river, was like, look, it's safe. And we was like, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I've done it.
I know you have, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people who would not.
So we're talking about an area that includes the old Uniroyal factory. We're talking about just this, especially in this area that's about to become the new WNBA practice facility and all of these athletic complexes.
Right over by MacArthur Bridge off Jefferson.
Yeah, so this is a big deal that they're looking at getting this done. They're targeting roughly 800,000 cubic yards of toxic sediment to pull up by 2035. On top of work that has already removed about 400,000 cubic yards and restored more than 320 acres of habitat, plus a new project to dredge 28,000 cubic yards in the Trenton Channel, and a recently completed $84 million cleanup that pulled 100,000 cubic yards of polluted mud out of the lower Rouge River's old channel. So all of this stuff is all connected, even though some of this is in the suburbs, some of this is in the city.
Yep.
I'm really glad to see this kind of focus and start to see this kind of work happening, because this is really what needs to get done.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, I hate to say it, this is also another one of those things that starts to happen the more energy and the more time and the more people are in your city. Listen, the Detroit River and all of our Great Lakes around this area are vital, not just for our lifestyle, not just for our economy, but they're also vital for the whole ecosystem. And the more that we can begin to clean this up, the healthier all of us can be, the healthier the wildlife here in Metro Detroit can be. And so this is just one of those net positive things that it's like, hey, we just got to do it. I mean, dude, how many like cars have they pulled out of the river in like the past decade? Like, it feels like every year they pulling out somebody Jeep Grand Cherokee out of the river, and it's like it's always Jeeps too. But it's
The plant's nearby.
No,
Just
good
saying.
point. Yeah, but it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, this is a fantastic thing. Let's do everything we can to clean up the river, to keep the river as clean as possible so it can be enjoyed for generations to come.
By the way, I will mention that there is a Friday morning Belle Isle Beach swim club.
Really?
It's a thing.
I wouldn't join it.
Lots of people do.
You know what? More power to y'all. And that is fantastic, and it's great, but don't expect Norris Howard to join you.
You know what? Send us a message, dailydetroit@gmail.com, or hit us up on social media. Do you go into the Detroit River?
Yeah, have you
Because
swam in it?
you're a hard no, I'm a hard yes.
I'm a hard no.
I'm a hard yes. I've been in plenty of times. I've taken my dog, like all of it.
Yeah, I feel
So
you.
I want to see what people think. dailydetroit@gmail.com, or hit us up on social, Daily Detroit on Instagram, Threads. Do you go in the Detroit River over by Belle Isle?
Yeah, do you swim in the river?
Let us know.
Yeah.
All right, we are done for today. Quick programming note, your brother from another mother, Devin O'Reilly, will not be joining us this week.
Nope, he's doing things.
He's doing wonderful things that we are not doing. I'm sure he's going to tell us all about them.
Yeah, of course. That's what he does.
But
He
it's-
comes back with stories.
Right, but as a programming note, he will not be with us this week. But as always, I appreciate all of our listeners. I appreciate our members on Patreon, patreon.com/Daily Detroit. And Norris Howard, I appreciate you.
Yep, this is where I be at, and this is what I do. So thank you for having me here, and we'll be back later this week with even more hot goodness.
Well, until then, I'm Jer Stays.
And I'm Norris Howard.
Remember that you are somebody, and we'll see. Let's try that again for the
Yeah,
record.
let's do it again.
All right. Well, until then, I'm Jer Stays.
And I'm Norris Howard.
Remember that you are somebody, and we'll see you around Detroit.
Yeah, I know you got to split, but I can hang with the chat for a second.
I can hang for a sec.
Oh, okay.
I can hang for a sec. I just want to make sure we were printed under 25 minutes.
Yep.
And I can spend, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
the
let's
most,
do it. Let's do it.
Because I don't need to be over to 8 Mile. How long is it to 8 Mile? Where am I going? 8 Mile in Wyoming.
Oh, that's a 7-minute drive if it's not busy.
Well,
Oh, it might be. It's 4 o'clock. 10 minutes.
where am I going for this Eventbrite thing? Well, why don't you talk with the chat? And I'll figure
Yeah,
out when I'm going.
I'll talk with the chat. So we have a bunch of messages in the chat. Steven says, thank you for being okay with some newcomers becoming Detroiters. She's been here 20 plus years. I mean, 20 years is a long time. I mean, at that point, you might be okay.
See, like that's ridiculousness. But of course, it's Subway takes.
Yeah,
You can't do like middling takes.
Yeah, you might be okay. Well, also, and it's like New York is so freaking big that like I kind of get why they would be more stringent on that. I get it. You want New York to feel like New York. So I get it.
I got a 20-minute drive, so 15 minutes or so.
All right, cool. Yep, the swim club, Stina says, Mr. Duckett, right or wrong, I will probably never swim at the Belle Isle Beach. I hate to say it, Mr. Duckett, I'm right there along with you, dog. I'm not doing it.
You know what would be really funny? We should do a cover art of me in the water and you out of it.
Yep.
It's just like a split screen.
Yep, and I'm
do the photo. We'll get Ryan Southen to do the photo where like you're.
And I'm just looking incredulously like.
And I should have like one of those big inflatable rubber duck rings.
Yeah, I'm down with
Water
that.
wings.
Yep, I'm down with that. And I'm just at the beach fully clothed. just looking
In
like
your finest fit.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is he doing? Yeah, nah. Mr. Duckett, I agree. It might be cultural. Cause I think I almost said something that would have got me in trouble. I'm gonna keep it chill. But I'm gonna just say, yeah, I've only seen certain types of folks swim in the river. That's okay.
In general, I would say that you're correct.
Yeah. And yeah, in general.
There are always exceptions to any.
Always to every rule. But generally, yeah, But listen, if you guys, come out of the river and don't have mesothelioma, more power to you.
Is that even how you get that?
No, you
I've
get it
seen
from
the ads.
asbestos.
Oh, okay.
Which might be in the river. It was putting all kind of shit in the river.
See, that's the thing. I want to know that's the thing that's really interesting to me is to know where people land on that. Because to me, it's just, of course you go in the river.
And for me, it's absolutely not. Don't go in the river.
So bringing you to like Hipster Beach would be way over the line,
I've
wouldn't it?
been to Hipster Beach.
You just didn't go in the water.
I just didn't go in the water. Hell no. No.
Did your date go in the water, or did you go with people?
No, neither one of us went in the water.
Okay.
No.
Jeffrey says, no way I'm jumping in the Detroit River.
See? Okay. See? So it's not all the way. It's exceptions.
There's always exceptions.
But yeah, nah, man. Nah. Listen, let me put it this way. I've swam in the 7 seas, okay? I've swum in every sea there is to swim in. I'm just being for real.
How much money would it take you to jump in the Detroit River?
Enough to cover whatever medical bills come from it. Like, and then some. So it might have to be some M's. But yeah, man, like, I've seen what really awesome, clean swimming water looks like, and that ain't it. That ain't it.
There's like swimming in the river, and then you're looking and up, and there's like a muskrat just like eye to eye with you.
See, and that's what I fear. I fear like getting into some water, because that actually happened to me one time, where I was at Kensington and I swam in what's the lake at Kensington?
Oh, geez,
I forget it. Anyway, but the point is, I swam in that lake, and I don't know what it was. I think it might have been a catfish or something, or an Asian carp or something. But it definitely like got stuck in my swim trunks.
What?
Yeah.
In the trunks?
It got stuck in the trunks. So it was like up the side of my thigh. And I felt it like wiggling, getting stuck. And I was just like, nah, I'm done with this. Nope. From now on, I am only swimming in things in which I can see the bottom.
See, my fear for you would be is what if that cousin of that alligator was out?
That's what I'm saying.
And wants to get some revenge.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of, you know what I'm saying, aggressive animals could be within the murky depths of the Detroit River. Like, dude, we don't know. It could be Davy Jones' locker under there. We don't know.
See, Stina, and you can't see their profile, but they are a member of my delegation.
Yes.
They are not a fresh open water swimming person, and chlorine is their friend, so they would not go in.
See, but I'm the same way. Like, listen, I understand that it's a chemical and you don't necessarily need to be swimming in chemicals, but I've swam in chlorine my whole life, and I ain't never come out with no sort of super duper diseases or got sick or got...
It gets rid of the diseases.
Yeah, or got giardia or nothing like that. Like, I'm good. Like,
whenever I hear that, it sounds like a type of pizza.
Yeah, it does. But, yeah, so... much respect, everybody. But Jared's got to get out of here, so let's not keep him going for too much longer.
Yeah, I've got to go facilitate
And
about transit.
We will be breaking out. So until next time, folks, we will see y'all later. May the pollution of 1,000 Uniroyal tires give you all the superpowers you desire.
That needs to be framed. May the May the pollution of 1,000 Uniroyal tires give you all the superpowers.
I'm just letting you know, Mr. Duckett, I'm screenshotting that.
You need to screenshot
I
that. That
screenshotted
should be
it.
a shirt.
Yeah, I'm putting it on a shirt. We'll give you a cut.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I'm just saying that's wild. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like the that one tweet where in December all black people get superpowers. I'm not sure if that hit your feed. I had to break that one down to you. That was a relic of old Twitter.
You know, all I can think about now, if I got superpowers, trying back to if I were the transit czar. Imagine if I were like the Hulk and I could lay the rails.
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't even
but the
need
Hulk you would
bionic
be
pheasants.
but you would be like a mindless destructive force if you was the Hulk. And now
Is the Hulk mindless?
And now I gotta go in the river to get the superpowers to counteract you. Somebody got to stop you.
Jeffrey would buy the shirt.
There it is. There it is. See, this is positive. This is positive. So
I can see somebody at the Riverfront Conservancy rolling their eyes now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all are working hard to make people feel safe to swim in the river, and I know that's really important to y'all. But for me, I'm not getting in there no time soon. Neither me nor Fezzy.
You're all right. That's fair. All right.
No, Fezzy already told me. He was like, I'm with you, Norris. I ain't with it.
Well, we're assuming Fez Gerald's your delegation, right?
Yeah, Fez Gerald. Yeah, he mixed.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. His mom's from Taylor.
You know, we got a listener who grew up in Romulus.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be,
Yeah.
over by the airport.
Yep.
Couldn't fly too high, because pheasants don't fly very well.
Mr. Duckett is on fire. If you get Hulk powers, you could tear down the Renaissance Center and save me some bread.
I'm gonna make Dan pay. I'm gonna make Uncle Dan pay me for that.
Yep, there you go. You get Uncle Dan to pay you to tear down them 2 towers with the Hulk powers.
Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage, fantastic.
That was a
game.
fantastic game.
Fantastic game. We
I know
love
a bit
Rampage.
retro, but
Rampage
is
incredible.
amazing.
Actually, one of the better video game to movie adaptations.
That's fair.
Rampage actually was not that bad of a movie. Had The Rock in it.
You know, I watched a YouTube video over the weekend. You remember The Simpsons, of course, right?
Yeah, of course.
All the video games that sucked that were Simpsons themed.
There's only one good Simpsons video game, and that was the beat 'em up in the arcade, 1992.
That's true. Which was built off of the same hardware as the Turtles.
The Turtles. Yep. CPS2 board.
Yep. That was fun.
Super fun.
They never made it. They
Yeah.
never ported that.
I think it was an old. I think, as a matter of fact, it wasn't the CPS2 board. I think it was an old Konami board. Because I think that the X-Men beat 'em up and the Turtles and the Ninja Turtles beat 'em up was all built off the same board, same game engine. Excuse me.
I didn't mention in the show, and maybe I want to find the guy, but did you see when I posted about Mr. Too Cold?
No.
The ice cream truck?
Oh yeah.
So I went through his feed. He's on my side of town.
Oh, Eastside.
Tons of shots of Gratiot.
I'm with that.
We got to get Mr. Too Cold out for one of our get-togethers.
That feels Eastside.
I mean, can you imagine that for one of our studio get-togethers? Have him roll up?
No, we should make it happen. We have to make it happen.
This would be
like for
amazing.
our next big summer meetup. We have to make it happen.
We got to figure out. He doesn't have social. I'm just going to have to flag him down.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to flag him down and be like, "Here's my card. What's your information?" Let's say, Jared, you might actually have to do some groundwork in 2026.
You know
Who'd
I
have
do the
thought?
groundwork.
I know, but I'm just saying it's shocking. If we got any Gen Z listeners, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" Then is he real? Does he exist?
Well, if anyone knows Mr. Too Cold,
Yeah.
send me an email, dailydetroit@gmail.com. All right, we're going to let you go. I got to scoot. I appreciate everyone for joining us on the chat. Mr.
Hello,
Duckett, Jeffrey Nardekia, Stina, Josh earlier. I don't want to miss anybody, but I really appreciate all of you for chiming in with us. This is a whole lot of fun. Cannot wait to join you again, and we will talk very soon.
That's right. And also, if y'all are watching any of the World Cup, holla at me on all social medias because I'm going to be talking all kind of World Cup stuff. So holla
That's
at
true.
me. Yeah, holla at your boy.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.